$5 rod from Farm and Fleet and a can of worms. That's really all you need.
That opened up a big can of worms, reeling him into a sport with some pretty big stakes. But for college fishing champion Ben Ford, it's about love of the sport, giving back, and enjoying the great outdoors.
But also just being able to get out on the water and kind of forget about school.
That's the lure that pulls us in to the heart of his story.
Ask you what you do. What do you do?
I fish. I fish for fun. I fish for money. That's what I love to do. I'm lucky I can do it as much as I do too. There's one. Significant fish was on actually in LeClaire on pool 14. I just vaguely remember flipping a white tube on a weed line and catching about a 2.5, 3 pounder. And I don't really know how old I was when that happened. My dad has been fishing tournaments for a very long time, and I always fished with him, and he's taught me basically everything I know. So I gotta give a lot of credit to him for getting me into the sport, and we both enjoy it so much that it's always a great time when we're fishing together.
What is it about the sport that you really like? What is it? Is there one thing in particular?
I really love being able to figure the fish out, especially for a tournament, and doing well in a tournament. But also just being able to get out on the water and kind of forget about school, anything really going on in life. You can just go out on the water and kind of forget all that and, enjoy being outside.
And you hear that water slapping, right, and the wind and the birds. It's just something really calm about it.
Oh, yeah, for sure. It's, very calming, and, sometimes during tournaments it's not as calm as when you're just having fun, but, that's what it's all about.
In early June of last year, teamed up with his partner, Cole Beintema, they took off the Iowa Bass Nation College Championship. They won by 5 or 6 pounds. That's a lot. Nice trophy to show for it. They qualified then for the Bassmaster College National Championship in Florida. So how does all that work?
But yeah, my partner Cole Beintema, he's my age, and he fished in high school just like I did, and we hit it off, and so yeah,
So you're going to the next level together on this?
Yep, we are.
So so how does this work? You got a strategy, right? Like any sport, each person has a job to do.
Yeah, a lot of times we try not to throw the same thing, just to kind of change it up, get the fish seeing different baits. In our state championship, for example, I basically threw a frog the entire second day because I was going for big bites, and Cole and I decided, you throw a flipping bait, and he actually got pretty much all of our bites and weighed in all of our fish that second day. So, that's really important. Just like, just like football, you've got the quarterback who throws the ball, you got the receiver who catches it. It's basically the same thing.
Some colleges give scholarships. Others, like where he goes, Augustana College, helps pay for things like tournament expenses. For some, there is the lure of big bucks if they decide to go pro.
The FLW tournaments, you can win $100,000 at a tournament. The Bassmaster Classic, which is the big one, they always call it, the $1 million tournament, because I can't remember exactly how much you win prize money wise, but endorsements from companies and sponsorships, it ends up being about $1 million. So I think Kevin Van Dam's made around $4 or $5 million in his career, so it's big money.
Is that a goal of yours to be a pro like that?
It'd be really cool if I could. It takes a lot of work, and you have to be a good fisherman. You have to be a good people person too, because you need to get relationships with sponsors, and most of the time you can't fund it all by yourself.
Those relationships, a big part of the sport. He has formed friendships, he says, with some of his toughest competitors.
We travel to a lot of these college tournaments together, and Hunter goes to University of Wisconsin-Platteville, Cole went to University of Dubuque, and Eric goes to Iowa State University. So we're all spread out, but it's awesome when we can get together at these tournaments and compete against each other, but also help each other out a little bit.
How do you help out another fisherman?
I mean, it can be anything from giving them a hint on what they're biting on to saying, hey, we caught them good here. If you're struggling, go ahead and come fish this spot, see if you can get a few. At the state championship that we just fished, Hunter and his partner Connor, they actually came and spectated us in the morning, and they were in the tournament too, but they wanted to watch us and see how we were doing, and they got some cool video of us fishing. And
they were scouting you, man.
Yeah, well, I told them I'm gonna keep an eye on that spot. If I see them there, I may need to let them know.
And of course, anyone who has ever fished has a story of the one that got away.
Hey, you got to have a story like this. When I was fishing out at Strawberry Point, and I pulled in this largemouth bass. I'm serious, about this big. This thing was huge. I say I pulled him in. I pulled him up to the shoreline, so I didn't really get the catch because he got off the last second. The fish that got away. You got any nightmares or any times that you're like, no, I only could have brought that guy in?
There's been a few. It happens a lot to us tournament fishermen. There's always, that one bite that could have turned your day around. I know my brother, who's a freshman at Augustana, and he fished in high school too. We just fished a tournament in La Crosse, Wisconsin on Mississippi, and we were 9 ounces out of qualifying for the national championship, and we had the bites to do it. We were fishing really thick lily pads, and the fish just came off after they bit. You'd hook them and they'd dive into those pads and just get wrapped up and end up coming off. But that was definitely a time where...
Did you know how close you were even then?
No, we had no clue.
That's good at least.
Right, yeah.
Maybe the best piece of advice comes last. Not only during tough times, but everyday life. Enjoying the outdoors is just so good for the soul.
You don't have to have all the fancy equipment. I started with a, $5 rod from Farm and Fleet and a can of worms. That's really all you need. And, just getting out in nature and experiencing it, I mean, it definitely helps your eyes because you're not staring at a screen all the time. And there's just so much to enjoy and to experience when you're fishing. And it's, I know a lot right now, mental health is a big thing. And I would say that I controlled that by just going outside fishing. My dad, he's the tournament director for the Children's Therapy Center of the Quad Cities Charity Bass Tournament every September, and it's just, you feel good, fishing for a cause and helping people out. And those kids they need the help because a lot of their expenses, their fees are not reimbursed. So the money that we raise, last year we raised over $16,000 for the charity center, and they get some of that back to them and helps them out a ton. But
it's pretty rewarding to be a part of that, huh?
Oh, for sure, yeah. You feel good. Even if you have a bad day of fishing, you still feel good at the end of the day that you helped out some kids. So.
Well, we kind of hope this story hooked you. If so, subscribe, share with a friend, lure them in too to help us continue to grow. This is The Heart of the Story with Gary Metivier.